body rolled face up. "Shit," said Norton. He jumped back. "Sorry. Just surprised me." "Like you said, most people don't spend a lot of time around dead bodies." I glanced without favor at the country club cop. Then I returned my attention to the water. Todd Rabinowitz stared at the starry sky. The fish had eaten away his eyelids. My day started at 3:27 a.m. with Anders Ellegard's phone call. He was my best friend and business partner, although partner is a misleading term. Ellegard ran our private investigative firm. He assumed the important responsibilities like paying bills, bringing in new business, and purchasing our health insurance. I assumed other tasks like, during one of our slower weeks, making a catapult out of coffee stir sticks and a rubber band. Ellegard told me his wife, Molly, had just received a call from a friend named Robin Rabinowitz. Robin found her husband dead in their lake, and she requested I go out to see her. Not anyone from the firm. Me. Robin insisted it be me. When Ellegard called, I was sleeping next to my ex-wife. We had a bad habit of falling into bed together. For her, it seemed just that, bed. But for me, Michaela was a spring trap. I'd have to chew my heart out to get away. I'd tried cutting off all contact. That lasted a year and did nothing to help me move on. So for the past 6 months, I woke in her bed as often as my own. We had both just turned 40. I'd heard women hit their sexual peak in their 40s. Based on our recent frequency, that appeared to be true. Happy birthday to us. Everything you need to know about Michaela Stahl, you could tell by looking at her side of the bed. It looked more sat on than slept in. No strewn sheets, no twisted duvet, no mangled pillows. Michaela slept rock still, her dreams and worries never creating enough turmoil to toss or turn her. When she told me about a dream, even a bad one, even right after waking, she'd already analyzed it. It was as if she'd not experienced the dream, but had seen it like a movie and had written the review before it ended. Her low stress level helped Michaela succeed at whatever she set her mind to. Or maybe it was the other way around. The companies she ran, her foundation providing apartments for homeless women and children. And she was a black belt in yoga, or whatever the hell they call a person who's really good at yoga. Michaela's one failure was her marriage to me, but perhaps failure was my definition. To her, the marriage was a house she never quite felt comfortable in, or a pair of eyeglasses her eyes never adjusted to. It made perfect sense to move on. Except we didn't move on. Not at night, anyway. I put on my jeans, entered Michaela's master bathroom, brushed my teeth, and pushed my hair around. The face in the mirror did not care for what it saw. 40 Minnesota summers and winters had taken their toll. On my way back through the bedroom, I stopped to look at my ex-wife. She'd get up soon for an early flight to New York. Meetings with money people, she said. I did not kiss her goodbye. There was no point. Christmas Lake sits across the road from St. Albans Bay, one of dozens of bays that make up Lake Minnetonka. Unlike its gigantic neighbor, Christmas Lake is small and cold. Trout breathe in its oxygen-rich depths. Wealthy people live around it and commute half an hour to work. Or their money works for them, and they commute nowhere at all. The Greater Lake Minnetonka Police Department protected and served a handful of municipalities near the lake. They had secured the area. Yellow police tape crossed the narrow street. A GLMPD uniform stood next to it with a clipboard. I rolled down my window. Nils Shapiro, I'm a private.
Got you at the top of my list, Mr. Shapiro. Mrs. Rabinowitz and the detectives are expecting you.
No argument, no attitude, just welcome aboard. Once in a lifetime it goes like that. She moved the yellow tape and I drove the half-mile to the river.